Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Prada Lounge. I'm CL Bulgari Prada, and today, who am I with?
The Prada Borg, Yarden, the Prince, also known as the leader, in the flesh,
in the blood,
in the bones, in the tears,
In the jaw.
in the jawline. I mean, today the jawline is giving very futuristic. I wanted to pay homage to my iconic Borg look.
The Big Pride Energy.
For the Big Pride Energy Cosmic Healing Edition. And also because we still support Palestine, Sudan, and Congo. And we're still repping them. So, yeah. What are you wearing today? Is it Prada?
I wish it was. I have the name. That's just enough.
It's Prad.
It's Prado. Have you heard about that brand? A very classic look. I'm representing my house as best as I can. I have a blazer, all black, classy, chic, always on point.
That's one thing that we're going to get into, where we're going to talk about the history of the house and the DNA of the house. We are very all black type of house, most definitely. I mean, we're both repping black right now, but that's really one thing where we realized we would come to a practice not coordinating outfits and everybody would be dressed in black. And it's like, what's going on? So yeah, definitely black is our color in this house, and very, very, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's a classy color. It's a classic color as well. It's very proud, as a matter of fact. So yeah.
Anything elegant.
Anything elegant. We're on this, most definitely. So I have a question for you, first of all, because, for the people who don't know who we are, would you mind telling us a little bit about, first of all, you, but also like, CL, what does that mean?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
So my name comes from the very well-known artist called Chaylin, or CL, which is a Korean rapper and singer. She was in one of the pioneer girls band of K-pop, and she was the leader of that group. So I chose that name because CL was my icon. She still is. And I wanted to represent that energy, that power, that image, that sexiness. And I wanted to make it ballroom. So I had the suggestion from someone to use it as, capital letters to say something else.
Uh-huh.
For example, in my case, it was to say cunty lady, which is very ballroom and represent a lot my performance. So CL was just obvious to me to use as a name.
So you say it represents your performance. Are you cunty?
Maybe.
I might be.
Sometimes. Cunty, because that's how I vogue. Lady, because I'm a lady in real life.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people call me princess.
Or white girl.
She's a white girl. And she's a beautiful white girl.
That's
One
me.
person does that.
You say she white? She's white.
But yeah, I think that's a very good name because it really represents me, and it represents the energy I want to exude on the floor.
I live for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Yarden for me has always been my artist name. It comes from my real name, as a matter of fact. So when I joined Ballroom, it made sense to me. Actually, let me tell you this, T, right? I was really hesitating because, I guess one could say, my Ballroom mother, which is the person that brought me into Ballroom, which is Michelle 007, but she used to be La Durée and Owens, right? She used to always call me Prince d'Egypte, Egyptian prince, because I have an obsession with Egypt, because I went there, because, I have some features that favor the Sphinx in Giza. So she said to me, she called me Prince d'Egypte, and I was like, should I make this my ballroom name? Because that's how my mother named me, Prince d'Egypte,
And that's fab.
something, and that's fab. But then I was like, it's gonna be easier for me to use my artist name because I do feel like ballroom is a part of my artistry. I do many other things, and I didn't want to separate the two. I didn't want to create another Instagram for that. You know what I'm saying? So I felt to myself, I'm just gonna be Yarden, and it's easy to understand, easy to say, easy to write. And yeah, let's make it easy for the girls.
And easy to remember.
So yeah, that's how I came up with that. But maybe we should get it a little bit into the history of the house, as a matter of fact, of the name Prada, you know? Maybe let's preface this by saying this. Cause baby,
To all the lawyers out there.
to all the lawyers out there, to all the reporters out there, Instagram, Facebook,
YouTube.
TikTok, you OnlyFans, all of y'all, listen to me very closely. This is not attached to the brand Bulgari or to the brand Prada. No attachment to the brand whatsoever. This is just a ballroom house. So for everybody who understand what ballroom is, this is a subculture or a culture, as a matter of fact, a very important Black, queer, and POC culture that was created in the United States in the 1660s, 70s, that has exported itself everywhere around the world. Paris is a huge ballroom scene. And every house, most houses at least, have names that use very important fashion brands. Simply because when houses were being built or created, fashion was a very important point of it. Obviously, voguing is a dance that used the name Vogue, so it's clearly understandable. You know, this is what we all, I mean, at the time, that's what they aspired to. That's what they dreamt of. So there's a lot of houses that were, you know, very important fashion brands, Balenciaga, Mugler, Versace, etc. We chose Prada. We'll get to that history, but just again, do not take down our shit no more. We cool, we good, we cooperating. We love y'all. We support so much that we got this game that we'll get to in a minute. We support.
We pay.
We pay homage. And we do not steal. Thank you for your attention, lawyers and reporters.
Okay, so maybe we can get into the few first moments of the house, how the house was built, how the house was created.
Because, yes, you say when the house was built. We should start there. There.
What you mean? What you mean?
I mean, I don't want to start too far because I don't want to get into maybe one day we're going to get into the entire situation of us leaving a previous organization and building our own. I feel like it would be fair and interesting and also probably healing to have that conversation with the leader of that organization, you know. But maybe let's start August 2020 for Marseille. Well, a little bit before Marseille.
A little bit before. Yeah.
So basically, you know, we were thinking to ourselves, at the time, you were still part of another organization as well. We were thinking to ourselves, it's going to be better for us if we create a new house rather than bring a chapter, you know, in Europe or something like that, or because we wanted to have that full freedom. So the one thing that we did, again, to show what Ballroom does is we went on the page of the Paris Couture Week with all the brands that are invited to the Couture Week. And we looked into all the fashion houses that didn't have their name already used for a ballroom house. So a couple of names came up. We thought about so many things. We had Diesel.
So many things.
We had Louis Vuitton. We had
Schiaparelli.
Oh, Schiaparelli was a very hard one because some of the girls wanted to be called Schiaparelli. I hated it.
It's nice. It's a nice name.
I hated
Schiaparelli.
It's cute, but it's too, I don't know. I liked something. I wanted something a little bit more. It's long and I liked something more, I want to say neutral. Schiaparelli sounds very feminine. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry, but I didn't think Yarden Schiaparelli was cute.
I think you know too much about the history of those brands. So that's why you have an idea of what that brand represents, which we do not.
Maybe, and also that's the thing, like I felt like, you know, aesthetically, I feel like a house name should represent what the house gives, you know?
So it would be gold.
Yeah.
basically.
Golds and pinks and,
Thanks.
The other thing we had, oh my God, one that was very, very strong also in the ranking because we had like some kind of vote or whatever, was Loewe.
Loewe.
That was a cunt one. By the way, if one bitch one day decides to open the House of Loewe, please credit us.
Credit us.
We'll help you get through it. And we were also, the good thing is also we were thinking about communication very early on because we decided, okay, let's think about what emojis we could use to represent the house. You know what I'm saying? And so Loewe was the elephant. Chaparriti was the flamingo. Then we also had Hermes. Hermes was a
baby.
fab name for many reasons, but I would say also because I feel like Hermes is it's the highest of the highest when it comes to luxury. You can do any better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Higher.
So we felt like it was going to be an interesting name.
Yes, but the image of that fashion house was a little bit too classic, a little bit too old, a little bit too. It was
Too
not
old
really
money.
suiting us in that way. So
And that's the thing. It's like when your name is Hermes and you go to a ball and you want to show body and
it's not
you know what I'm saying, and walk six siren and or even as an outfit as a house, like if
Even-
we're not
even
wearing
Vogue
polo
Femme.
shirts and stuff like that all the time, like this is
doesn't
gonna
make
sound
sense.
crazy.
Mm.
I mean, this is Ballroom, yes, I do understand, but I also feel like because we want to pay homage to those brands and make sure that our DNA is really linked to the DNA of the brand itself, you do not want to misrepresent the idea, the DNA of the brand, So it would have been a constant fight to make sure that we would fit into the Hermes DNA.
Yeah.
So that kind of fell apart. But we had the horse. I don't know if it was the horse only or the mounted horse for the emoji, which was cute. And then, very early on, there was two names that kind of stood up. One that I couldn't let go of.
We saw that.
It was
we
Bulgari.
heard that.
It was Bulgari so bad.
Let's just say that from the beginning, I did not like that name because
nobody
Bulgari
did.
to me was
Nobody. I felt quite frankly, I feel like nobody did. I was the only one vouching for Bulgari. Somebody told me I don't want to have a house name that sounds like a country. Fair. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, and people were like, I mean, Bulgari is not known enough, and I was like, child, get into it. This Google, you know what I'm saying. I was getting pissed. I wanted Bulgari so bad, especially because the thing about Bulgari is that to me it had the best emoji, and this is the snake. That's where the snake came from, and it was obviously it made sense because when the brand Bulgari, the snake is Bulgari. You know what I'm saying? And then we had Prada.
yeah.
Mind you, the emoji for Prada was a mess.
Mess. It was the triangle.
A red triangle, child, ugly. And with Android, it was a pink one. Girl, not working. Especially for us, pink triangles. Oh no, baby. History has taught us we should stay away from these symbols. So yeah, we were like, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Da 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 da. Because obviously, like all houses, we wanted to have one name initially. We wanted to have one name. And we went for Prada. That's how it happened.
Okay.
We went from Prada. See, I got to tell you the story again because you
Because
forgot.
I don't remember it. And I was there.
And you was there. And you was a part of that. Because, yeah, let's get back to that trip in Marseille, right? Chewy, you were here, still part of your organization, but we started to think with who we started calling as an inside joke, which is, very proud of to do. ChatGPT, the overall mother.
The overall queen.
Because we went, the queen mother, honey. Because we went to ChatGPT for every single question, And by the way, also, maybe let me say this. We do understand
The ecological implications of using ChatGPT.
Exactly. And we're trying to use it responsibly,
Yeah, responsible.
So the thing about it is we asked ChatGPT, I mean, make up some chants for us for these names and, tell us, what could we, like, how can we basically brand ourselves with those names and stuff like that. And what was the strongest was Prada because ChatGPT very early on said the devil wears Prada. And
that caught us. I remember.
That caught us. And we started making a chant and we were trying to play with it. And, it was hard at first. And then there came a moment, you was like, The devil wears Prada. And I was like, hold on.
Keep that one.
The devil was Prada. Because you know, one thing about me, I got to tell y'all this. I love the military chants. I love a G-A. Balenciaga, mi, ki, Mugler, M-A, double T, Mattel, G-A-B-B, Gabbana.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we need a chant that's like this. So we do have one, which is obviously very inspired by Miyake Mugler, Bulgari Prada. But we were thinking, okay, let's try to, separate the letters, Prada. And it was like, I remember we went back, we were outside by the pool. We went back inside and we called everybody. We're like, guys, you got to listen to this. And then that's what we all knew. This is going to be Prada.
Mm.
But child, there was a little bit of an issue with that name.
Oh, right. Yeah, because the name was already taken
Yeah, that's the T.
in major scene.
The T is couple weeks before that, I had seen a flyer from Germany where an icon by the name of Shady Prada was invited for a conference. And I was like, fuck my drag, right? But I felt like, so there's a major house called Prada, but I've never seen Prada on the floor. Like, what's going on? I'm confused. And so I went to the legendary mother, Leo Saint Laurent, European mother, and I asked her, hey, I've seen, I asked her the question about the flyer because I couldn't find it again. And she was like, oh, yeah, there it is, the icon Shady Prada. I was like, oh, no. Then, I made sure I was trying to find a way to get in touch with the icon because it was primordial to us that we would get not only the agreement, but also the blessing of the icon to use the name of a house that is, from what we understood, kind of instinct in the major scene, but that some people still wear, and we wanted to ask them permission for that.
And also, I have never seen that before, a major house name used in Kiki. So
Valentino was a major house, I think, at some point.
Yeah, but we didn't know.
Child, we didn't.
Didn't
I
know.
think Givenchy, I'm not sure that Givenchy was a major house, but I wonder if it wasn't a Kiki house at some point. And mind you, from me, learning a little bit more about the history of the House of Prada and Ballroom, there used to be a Kiki house called Ex Prada. Interesting. So, we were like, okay, let's try to reach out to this icon and we'll see how things go. So I sent a message to the icon on Facebook for a couple of days, no response. Obviously, we wrote a long message explaining everything, our desire, and how we wanted to pay homage to the house and wanted to know more about the House of Prada in the major scene and all of that. No response for a couple of days. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just send a message on Instagram. And the very same day or the next day, I got a response from the icon. And he sent me his number. He was like, hey, call me. Let's talk about it.
Very shady of
very,
him.
very shady of him to do that. And mind you, I'm not going to lie to you. I was stressed. Boots. Because, I think the only icon I've seen and talked to in my life at that point was probably Jack Mizrahi.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In person. So I was like, I'm going to talk to an icon. An icon who wears a name that I'm asking that I can use potentially for the Kiki scene. They might be cussing me out. I was scared. I went in the call. Not even, like, I had prepared my speech. I was, pacing through my speech and trying to, baby, not even 5 minutes into me talking, he said, I'm going to stop you right here, and started laughing. I was like, oh, bitch, this is a mess. I'm about to be canceled from this ballroom thing. Let me try and find another hobby.
Post about it.
Baby, this is going to be, this is a wrap. The girls are going to cancel me, chair. I'm going to be canceled by an icon from the New York City Mecca. And he said, I'm stopping you right there because, see, this is crazy how the universe works. Like, last week I was in Germany. And I told the audience, if anybody wants to retake the name Prada and create something with it, please let me know because I will gladly give it to you. And there comes moi. And he said, let's talk about it. I got to talk to the other Pradas. I got to talk to the founder of the House of Prada. He explained to me everything. He explained to me the DNA. He gave us also a couple pointers. He was like, I'm not giving you my blessing if you guys don't have a board of leaders, if you guys don't have guidelines and stuff like that. So that's where all of that organization also came from. And he guided me through all of this. And me and the founding mother at the time decided, okay, we're gonna go through. I convinced her, and she was a bit scared at first to debut, to found a house, because she believed
start
that
with a new name, especially in Paris.
Especially without people in NYC backing you up, icons, legends. I made sense, of course, but I was determined also to find a home and a place for my people. Not only that, to have a name that resonated with all of us, and this is how it happened.
And I remember that this period was very stressful because between choosing the name, contacting Shady, not getting an answer, then getting an answer, then hopping on the phone, then I need to talk with the other Pradas, we were stressed.
Boots.
All the time.
Because mind you, also at the time, you were still part of an organization, but most of us, we were 007. And so it was also the anxiety of, child, I see some of these very talented kids that I have taught, being approached by these other houses that are fabulous options, telling them, you cannot stay below for too long, da 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 da. We're starting to lose people. And I'm like, we're starting to lose people to major houses who are like, child, come to them. And I'm like, oh no, baby, oh no. And people are scared because they're like, also, what are we going to do? Are we going to be able to make it, and all of that? And I don't know, I kept believing. And I feel like very early on also we realized that there was a planet alignment, because with how the name came about, the thing with Shady. And another interesting fact about the House of Prada in the major scene is that the House of Prada was founded in 1995. By the time we would debut the house in 2025, it would be for the 30th anniversary of the name of the house in Ballroom. So again, there was so many signs. Another thing that happened is that he said to us, that's interesting for the name of the house. He said to us, we want you guys to find a name that's slightly different from just Prada's, just to separate the history of the major house and your new Kiki house. And that's when he told me there was an ex-Prada Kiki house at some point. And we were like, okay, what are we going to do? And we were thinking, okay, maybe let's go the route of many houses like Gorgeous Gucci, Exclusive Lanvin, Unbothered Cartier, maybe find an adjective. But it was like all the fab objectives were already taken, child. There was very little things.
I remember that phase when we were trying to find an adjective.
Oh my God.
We were like impeccable.
Oh girl. that was oof. And I felt like it was corny. I felt like it was corny, like all of it. So we were like, how about we go the Mugler route, bitch? Nobody ever done that. Let's do this. Let's do double names. And then, because I never let go of that Bulgari thing, bitch. I was like, this is it. And I suggested to everybody, I was like, this is the perfect compromise to also use the snake. And since the devil wears Prada and the devil in the Bible is a snake, that's how we connect the brands. We're like, perfect, let's go. And then we picked up house colors and we settled on black and emerald green. And then guess what? The House of Prada's house colors in the major scene used to be black and green. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then guess what? We opened the house in 2025, and 2025 is in the Chinese year of what? The snake. Like, it felt so right, so evident. The first people that we talked to that were internationals who didn't really know us but believed in the projects and stuff like that, everything went so fast and so well that, it felt like it was a planet alignment. And I still believe it was. And I still believe it is. You know what I'm saying? Things don't always work out the way you want them to. We lost some people and, things happen. But at the same time, we are blessed to be here. We're blessed to have a house. We're blessed to have a name that we love. We're blessed to be able to go in the direction that we want, whether that is on the floor, off the floor, with our communication, with, what we do artistically. We have amazing members that are artists that do many, many things in their professional careers. And even people that are not artists, but, some of our kids that are, in doing great at their university and their schools and, us, the corporate girlies and stuff like that. So I feel like, we found a home, we found a place, we found a family. And I think in itself, it's a success.
Because home is
where the snake is. And a year later, we just celebrated our anniversary, our 1 year anniversary, and we're still here and still thriving and still very excited, I mean, as you can see, because we're going to get into that in a very, 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 very short second.
By the way, quick question. What are your favorite moments of the house?
Favorite moments? Let me think. There's so many. Do you have some already?
I do.
Okay, please listen. Please go. Please go. Let me think.
Well, there's one that I cannot take out of my mind. I dream about it at night. I look at it in the public transportation. I cannot forget about that moment. That was the lineup for female figure face. The lineup of face at the debut. Because we came up with a lineup, different type of face. We came out, and the chant that was going on and on and on. You
and
put
the flag goes up, and the flag goes down, and the flag goes up. It was insane. It was incredible.
And also, it was very well organized.
Yeah.
Because to me, every member of the house was coming out at the right moment.
Exactly.
It was the right person, then the right person, then the right person, and also shout out to Niall.
Because girl, my daughter from NYC, Niall
for those who
Prada.
don't know, the last one in the lineup in the female figures, she's out of this world.
Yeah, she's out of this world. That's my daughter. She's from New York. That's why you guys haven't seen her much on the floor. But wait until we,
that was enough for 2025.
That was enough. And one thing I'll say though is I knew how I wanted my face girls to come out. And what's so funny about it is that if the entire face thing, I don't know if the categories are separated. I don't remember in the videos on Kendrick Mugler. Shout out to Kendrick Mugler, by the way. But the thing is, they had the tents for the male figures. I went first. I went to seat at our table. Then instead of doing the battles, they did the tents for the female figures. So you see me get back up and go see the girls because I already gave them the order they should go out. And then I'm kind of like the conductor of this entire thing because I'm looking, is it tens? Is it tens? Okay, you guys ready? Boom. And then I put on, and then and it's so funny because I'm still supposed to walk right after, But I'm like, my babies are coming out. I need to be up there.
It's your category.
It's my category. I'm coming out as the prince of the house. This is my house.
And also, this is the product of your work.
And this is the product of my work,
In terms of organization, in terms of who you're debuting in your house, which also is a fashion and beauty house. So this is a very, very important moment. And it's not about pride. It's just that, honestly, that lineup was a moment to remember.
Yeah.
So
yeah, most definitely. It was insane. I thought we had it both in the bag, like male figure, female figure, and overall. We didn't get female figure, we didn't get overall, but we got male figure, and I'm happy that the girls did exactly what they were supposed to do on the floor, and there's many more to come, And another thing also, when we talk about lineup, that makes me think of something. One of my favorite moments would be Rotterdam, Butch Queen Vogue Femme, the lineup.
That
with
was a
you,
lineup. We do lineup?
With who? With Julian went second. Storm debuted third. And with the ponytail, because I'm on every person in my house, I'm on their ass about their looks. And I told Storm, you better get yourself a ponytail at this point. Because, girl, I want you to give it to the girls. I want the girls to be like, oh, bitch, she came out Prada. And now, like, the look has elevated, which is something I put I put a huge importance in that. That people, you come in Prada, you can see yourself step up as well, especially aesthetically, you know? And then we had, I mean, come on, you know, everybody's teacher, Kyle Prada, come out at that
Prada.
ball. And when he came up with the hands, bitch, I was,
Oh là là.
Ooh! You know, I'm so proud of everybody. You guys did so good. Storm did good. You did good. Julian did good.
Julian,
bitch.
his stance, you can see me gag.
Yep.
Because you don't really know where the sentence is going, but once you understand, you're like, oh.
Bitch, she's speaking the language, you know, the complicated one.
She's using fancy words.
Baby, she's speaking in cursive. She's cursive voguing. Listen, like, bitch, that you could even tell, like,
That
some
leg
on the
switch.
panel, like, even Chachu was gagging. I feel like we all were gagging. That was insane when
all
Julian
gagging.
did that ball. Julian surpassed himself and went the furthest.
And once again, the order of that lineup really made it a moment.
Indeed.
To me coming out first, it was obvious I was identified as a Prada. Then we have Julian, was he a new member?
He wasn't a Prada. He debuted at that ball too. But the thing about Julian is that people don't know Julian like they know Storm and Kyle. So I was like, okay, Julian, you have to go second, make your moment, and you know, just get your tens. And then we're gonna send, you
the
know,
new member.
we're gonna send a Storm that's already known, and then we're gonna send the big dog. You know what I'm saying? The head bitch in charge.
And you can remember, I think, the video of the live that Shashu was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw Kyle, he was like, whoa.
Everybody was leaving to see Kyle on the floor, you know. So and it's good to see Kyle back in Ballroom because Kyle has been around for like about more than 10 years in Ballroom. Like, you know, Kyle is the girl. Kyle is very invested in the house. So, you know, I'm very blessed to have Kyle, you know, as also as a mentor, you know, in a way.
As a brother.
So, as a brother, yeah. So, what else? Do you have another moment?
One that I can also not forget is the debut video. The video we posted to announce the house that was in this club with white lights, and it was a whole production. Because trust me, the result is great, but you cannot imagine the amount of work that's behind this video to find the spot, to organize it, to have, was it 40 members?
Yep. And the suffering, because it was cold
It
as
was
an MF
cold.
in that place. And half of us was half naked.
I think it lasted for 3 hours.
And then we were there for 3 hours. We got there. They let us stay outside for so long. It was a moment, but it was so fine. And, you know, it looks very smooth on video, but you got to understand everybody had their individual moments. So when some people would go, other people would have to stay on the side in the cold and wait. But it was and you know, another thing also about what we do visually when it comes to the videos is that all the videos have like like it's a storyline. Like every video responds or starts where the last one stopped. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we started the first video we ever did, Nu Bottega Prada, which you were a part of.
I love this
Even though
one.
you were a part of your previous organization, but you already, you sneaky bitch, was already a part of that. You know, in a church, and it was the entire, you know, mystical cult where, you know, people come in mask and all of that, and then they vogue, and then they do runway and all of that, and face and all of this. And then, you know, it was the Garden of Eden video, and then, you know, we pick it back up over here, and it's the Welcome to Exclusivity video. That's basically what was the theme of the video. Welcome to Exclusivity. You know, I want to know the secret. What's the secret? That was such a thing.
Please tell me the secret.
Yes. I mean, for the people who don't know, if you're not from the Paris scene, when we left the previous house, we had a name on Instagram that was what's
The best kept secret?
No, the best kept secret was the saying, was the motto, but the name was Tell me more.
Tell me more.
How can we forget? How can we forget? We were the tell me mores, honey. And I gotta say, shout out to Kylie Mermaid's legendary mother, because we came out to the world as an existing cohesive group, collective, even before the house, when we walked her first, I think, Coven Kiki ball as a Coven. We walked Best Look as a Coven, and it was the Tell Me More. And some of the judges would go, well, what house is it? This is Tell Me More. Tell Me More is the prelude to Prada. But, at the time we knew they didn't. But yeah, so, that was, yeah.
So to me, that video was really, really a moment. I love the production. I love how much it showed each one of us. So I really liked it. That was a moment.
Yeah.
So what about you? You have another moment in mind?
There's so many. Okay, so first of all, so many people made such an impact, when they debuted in the house, whether at the debut, there's so many people I have in mind, or, there's somebody that is not a part of the house anymore but I have to give a shout out to, which is Dionys from our Russian chapter, because every single time Dionys was on the floor, it was a moment, So that's something that's very interesting to me. And, that's one thing I've always, even for my personal ballroom career, you don't know if you're going to win. You're never sure of that, but you're sure, you can be sure of making a moment. That's something that's important, Then what else? Oh my God, when Joanna came out in the pink outfit at the Pink Kiki ball, that was her debut because she couldn't be there in February. That was incredible. What else? When the Faces debuted, my daughter and my son debuted in Rotterdam, that was a moment for me. There was so many things I cannot even remember everything. And one thing that's very dear to my heart is when we have one of our members come out for realness at a ball, and it was in Rotterdam, when you were supposed to come either as a hero of the modern world or bad person of the modern world, and we had that member come out as a Gaza journalist, because this is again a cause that's very dear to our hearts. So over 200 journalists have been killed in Gaza since the start of the war on Palestine 2 years ago. Tonight, the Haus of BVP chose to honor the memory of these heroes of modern times that have paid the price of their life for truth and liberation. Save the children from Gaza, stop the genocide, and free Palestine. Here's a round of applause. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Yeah, I think some of the little things that we did sometimes are important also to show who we are and what our DNA is, what our aesthetic is, what is our values, etc., etc. Yeah.
And also I remember that moment specifically because when they announced all the different causes that people were representing, we heard the reaction for every cause, and when it was for Gaza, we heard that a lot of people were really happy to hear that. And also a few people came up to us to say that they were really happy that we chose this cause and that we...
the outfit as a house was amazing because we were representing the
flag,
the Palestinian flag. So for the people who didn't understand what you said, basically at the House of Angels, legendary Kiki House of Angels 10-year anniversary ball, every house that walked had to choose a cause that they wanted to represent. And we decided to represent the children of Gaza, meaning that if we would win the ball with the most points, there was €1,000 that was going to go to our cause. It's a cause that's dear to our heart, and we committed to make a donation of our own, because unfortunately we didn't win that money. Shout out to the Savages, they won. But this is still something that it's a proud moment of mine also. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about moments, tell me about the ball.
So June 7th, 2026, the House of BVP Prada organizes a ball. So it's going to be a ball hosted by me, Yarden Prada and Kyle Prada. And it is called The Devil Wears Prada Fashion Kiki Ball. All the categories are inspired by a Met Gala theme. The mood boards are out, and yeah, like I'm very, very excited about that because this is going to be my first ball. This is going to be a huge ball. We're thinking about a couple, surprises around the ball as well. And today, specifically for this podcast of the Prada Lounge, we brought the trophies. So we're going to showcase the trophies in person for everybody. It's very heavy. It's very tall
Very
as well.
heavy, very tall.
I think it's 30 centimeters of height. As you know, the devil wears Prada, and we do think that if the devil will wear Prada, she would want to wear a gold Prada dress. So this is not the finished product. Of course, there's going to be the plaques with every category and all the infos of the ball, but this is what is going to happen. So we're very excited about that. We encourage everybody to come. It's going to be a fun moment. We have an amazing space to have the ball in. We're looking forward to communicating on that. I don't think by the time this podcast is gonna come out that the space will be announced yet. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And stay tuned. Stay tuned for all of this.
And I feel like it really suits us because this trophy is very fashion oriented, and also we like to put up a show. That's one thing we really like to do. So to me, this really represents us in a very good way. And I cannot wait for the ball to happen.
I cannot wait. And I want to say something. Stay tuned for more Prada balls.
Oh.
In Paris and outside of Paris as well. Most definitely for the Devil Wears Prada Fashion Kiki Ball, this is something that we are trying to brand in the sense that we hope to bring it every year or every other year. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be
editions.
Just like Ballroom always used to be when it started. Like this month, this date, it's going to be the ball of that house or that person. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple of balls like this in Paris. There's the Halloween ball by the icon Vini Angels. Shout out to the icon. There's the Coven Kiki ball by legendary Mama Sha Mermaids. There's some Kiki balls like this that come back every year, but we're trying to make our ball one of those rendezvous of the Paris Kiki scene yearly. So we're excited. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
I cannot wait either.
Okay.
So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
Okay, so we're going to switch gears and let's play a little game.
Mm-hmm.
We have right here an official Talk the Talk Prada card game. That was actually, I don't know if you know it, but that was written by Miranda July, which is an American personality.
Yeah.
You know that better than me.
Baby.
So let's open the beast.
Mm-hmm.
And inside you have some questions.
Yes.
So let's...
How are we going to do this? Should we do 3 questions each?
Let's do that.
Let's do
One.
that. All right. Okay. Ask me. Shoot at me.
Okay. So, are you rushing something? Feeling like you might jump the gun? Place this card on the ground and jump over it instead.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Okay. Well, first question was a mess, but am I jumping the gun? I do tend to jump the gun a lot, that's for sure. Because, I'm a very enthusiastic and also impulsive person when it comes to my ideas, but that's also what makes my magic, because when you think about all this, you see, this is the Prada Lounge, baby.
Yeah.
Live and direct in the Prada studio. Sometimes you gotta jump the gun. Sometimes you gotta be the gun.
I am the boom boom gun. No, I have this one is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do successfully?
Quickly.
What do you do that no one knows about?
Maybe if we want to keep it Prada related, maybe something that my house knows but that the rest of the world doesn't really know is that I'm really behind every single person when it comes to their effects, their ideas, their trainings, every category. I'm really, really, really invested in all of my members'
Aesthetic.
not even aesthetic, but their ballroom career, but also their personal lives and their professional lives. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have another one. Do you want to do it or?
No, go ahead. Like this is the third, honey. The third.
Okay. You love something that everyone else hates. What is it? I have an answer for you.
Oh, gag.
To me.
Oh shit. What is it? Hold on. Let me think.
My answer would be addressing the elephant in the room.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, you know. Fun fact, we had a House of BVP yearbook for this first year, and there was a lot of fun quotes and stuff like that. And the two things that like I was winning by 90% or something like that in the votes was that I was a drama magnet and that I was a library legend, because reading is fundamental, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you gotta address the elephant in the room. Sometimes you gotta talk. It's not confrontational. I mean, it might be sometimes, but it's mostly because we want to be able to act like adults, talk about the stuff that we need to talk about and move on, and not hold grudges, But I do understand that sometimes my delivery needs to be worked on, for sure.
And I really feel like that's something you dare to do, that very few people dare to do. Most people are not going to say what they want to say, but you just say it. And I think that's also one of the reasons why our house is where it is now.
Yeah, I would have to say that I definitely am someone that takes duty in a very important and serious way. And I feel like as a leader, that it is my duty to tell people what they need to hear, whether they want to hear it or not. So, yeah.
Okay. So,
baby,
pick some cards.
I just realized, the product board can't read because I'm blind behind this mask for the girls that don't see. So I'm just gonna pick 3 cards. You're gonna ask yourself them questions, and then you're gonna read them and answer to them yourself. Okay, your damn self.
Yeah, we gotta do everything around here.
And they better be good, because we ain't skipping.
And you better read right.
Okay, don't stutter. There you go. These are your 3 questions.
Why were you chopped? What terms of endearment do you use most often? Can you remind me the meaning of endearment? It's probably something around appearance. Something around appearance, like you look good today.
Words of endearment is like, baby, my love, sweetheart,
I don't say nothing.
That's
like
what
this.
I was going to say. I was like,
I don't say nothing like this.
She ain't doing none of that. When she says she's the country lady, that means she's the only girl in the world.
Yeah, and even sometimes I have a hard time saying thank you, saying please. That's something I just don't do because I've lived alone for a long time.
But maybe I should put your tea out there and say that you said to me a couple times that you love me. Yeah, because sometimes she's vulnerable and sweet and whatnot. Look at her becoming red.
This part is gonna be cut off.
Next question.
Next question.
Staying in the same theme, what is your love language? My love language is touch. Let's be touch and act of service. Yeah, because if you know me, you will notice that I touch every person I talk to. If I'm not touching you, if I cannot touch you, for example, the arms or something like this, I really feel like there's a distance between us and I feel like I'm not really liked. So that's very important to me. And also acts of service. I love to make people happy. I just love to be the resource person that's here, that when you need battery, when you need something else,
I
love to help people.
It has to go in this direction. I feel very attacked.
I feel very attacked.
Relax.
And the last one, pretend this card is a phone. The phone is ringing. You really want to answer, but you're really trying not to. Finally, you can't resist any longer. How do you answer?
Acting, girl. Let's go. Go for the Oscar.
I should say, really trying not to. Let's.
Bitch, okay. Let's do this again because they said she got a pick up. She didn't even. Dring,
That's why I'm not an actor, yo.
dring,
You do
dring.
it.
No, you pick up. Dring.
Hello?
What's up, pussy asshole?
What's up, pussy asshole?
Je vais mettre la vidéo de Jocelyne. What's up, pussy asshole? Oh my God. Okay.
You're a mess.
We're going to have more of these games because the Prada Lounge is something that's going to come back hopefully very, very soon. We're going to keep you updated. It was an interesting first, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I really liked it. We had time to go through the beginnings of the house, some moments that we really wanted to talk about. Obviously, our ball on June 7th.
Paris.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
So,
Yeah. And most definitely next time we're going to get a little bit more into the categories of the ball, into the mood boards. That's that. And we're going to talk about other things. And, when we'll get to grow our little podcast, we'll have
some guests.
some guests.
Maybe.
And we're excited for that too. So stay tuned. This was
CL Bulgari Prada and
I'm saying Yarden BVP. Stay blessed.